Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to...
We are now 3 weeks from the first new IP Bethesda have produced in 25 years, and there's a lot of curiosity and intrigue about how and what Starfield is going to be. As the days and weeks have gone by, the conversation around this title is picking up more and more. It will either be amazing, or it'll be pretty trash. But until the game is released, we won't know for sure. But what I can tell you, and will tell you today, is that this is, without a doubt, Bethesda Studios' biggest and most ambitious game they have ever attempted to produce. And here is why. BGS have been very transparent since the initial gameplay was shown at E3, and since then it appears it has come a very long way. There's a lot to expect from a BGS game in 2023, especially following the disaster which was Fallout 76. But whatever you do, don't let that affect how you approach Starfield. What they have tried with the last release was something they have never done before, and it had a lot of experiments and changes to the way their fundamental blueprint worked. Whereas, with Starfield, they appear to have gone back to what they know and do best, and that is to create a complete and singular immersive RPG experience. With what they have said, it is over 1,000 worlds large, and you will have all of those to explore in real time, so the scope for the game is actually massive. Although they have been very clear to move away from the No Man's Sky trap and say from the start that only about 10% of these are going to be filled with life. Of which, it has come with some criticism, but for me, that's what space is like. Very little planets in our known universe are even habitable, or even possibly habitable. And yes, I know that is a sci-fi game, but what they do tend to do is limit that line and draw from somewhat real-world physics and workings. But that isn't to say that there are only 10% of the worlds which are worth exploring. The other generated planets may be barren, but they may still have worth, for either outposts or resource gathering. They have essentially turned stumbling across a cave in Skyrim into an entire planet, which personally I think is pretty impressive. I would even go as far to say as the total explorable size of Starfield will be thousands, if not tens of thousands of the time bigger than what Skyrim was. Beyond anything else, to have a game of that size is impressive within itself. Something else which is clear to see is that combat has clearly been improved drastically. If you compare the gameplay footage we have had from the first walkthrough, comparatively to the most recent gameplay showcase, it has come across leaps and bounds. Taking what appears to be the Fallout 4 model and working on that some more, with smoother gunplay, animations, and even mobility improvements all round. With a very clean UI, it all screams positive in my eyes. Especially as this is not your standard FPS game. At its core, it is an RPG, and one that I would say actually has better gunplay mechanics than some of the shooters out there. But don't expect it to compete against the very best, because it's just not that game. It is as pure of an RPG as you can get, and by all accounts it's the very blueprint for what made BGS so successful. They have taken away the voice from your character and gone for a more dialogue heavy option in choices you can make in conversations. This makes it for more an immersive and digestible role-playing experience, which is something I personally have been dying for. They have also taken what they did so well in Fallout 4, and that's the settlement building, only expanding on it further. Being able to create and fully customise your own outposts, and even ships, just builds more and more into this is your world, your character, your story. It will be unique to you, and not a carbon copy for everybody to experience exactly the same thing. It's all very exciting, if done correctly that is. But then again, it is what BGS do best and have done for a very long time. Much like this, with any long-standing player of the studio will know that there will be bugs ever present. Now this video is also just pure educational guesses based off what we have been shown and what we know from the studio, and there have been some rough launches in recent history and some unplayable launches as well. Whatever you do though, don't expect a fully perfect game. Even after 15 plus releases of Skyrim, there are still bugs and glitches. In fact, I made an entire guide on how you can break and exploit Skyrim in 2023. Maybe go and check that out if you are interested. But that is all part of what I feel makes a BGS game so special and feel unique to that studio. It's what they have done and what I can be damn certain about they will have in Starfield. However, despite that, I do feel and believe it will come out better and more polished than some of the other big AAA releases we have had in recent time. For me, this is the big one. This is the one that I have been waiting for. Also, while sorting out this video, we actually had some pretty big updates on the release as well. Starfield has gone gold. Now, this is an older term, but it basically means the game is ready. Like, it's ready now, sort of thing. This also means that you can now preload the game. So, for Xbox Series X and S, you will be able to by the time this video goes live, and through Steam on the PC, you can preload the game on August 30th. Believe me when I say this, the hype is real, and I am here for it. Because more than anything, Bethesda have been one of my favourite studios for a very long time, and almost any release I'm excited for. I will be doing several videos on the game, so if you are excited and you want to see more Starfield content, hit that subscribe button below. But until next time, my friends, thank you all for watching, take care and peace.